Having identified our trading opportunity, the next thing we need to do is we need to enter into our trade. So let's step forward in time and see what happens. Here you can see price is coming right up to that FLD. The FLD is in a good position relative to price, I should point out. This kind of interaction between the FLD is one that we definitely look for, where the FLD crosses down and the price has an opportunity to cross up. We don't know, of course, that it is going to cross up yet, but it has that opportunity. That is certainly a better possibility rather than price approaching the FLD when the FLD is moving up, such as it is over there or over there or over here. When the FLD is moving upwards, the signal becomes a little bit confused, a bit blurred, if you like. And so we're looking at a fairly good, clean signal. That's certainly the first thing that we're looking for. So let's step forward, and I'm loading an extra 5 minutes of data with each mouse click, and so you can see what price is doing. It's approaching that FLD. And here we are, 5 minutes into the next bar. Price has crossed up above that FLD. Do we do anything yet? No, we are actually going to wait for this bar to close. As a matter of interest, you could, at this point, if you are watching your charts consistently, you could potentially identify the fact that you have a price high over there, and you might consider setting a stop level at that price high, because if price gets above that, price has apparently crossed our FLD, and so we do have a signal. But for now, we are just going to hold on, and we are going to let this bar complete. There we go. So our 15-minute bar is complete. Price has crossed up above the signal cycle FLD. Our median price of this bar is above the FLD. It's important that you observe that. You need to make sure that median price is above. And some traders would consider it important that the close is also above the FLD. Certainly, as you start trading with the FLD, I would advise that you watch the close and make sure that the close is also above the FLD. We have green lights all around. We are looking fairly good with our sequence cycle trough over here. We have now received our signal. We could potentially therefore set a stop entry order at the level of the high of this bar. If price exceeds that level, then we would enter into our long trade. As you can see, we have a target. As a matter of interest, if you are not sure how to tell whether median price has crossed the FLD, a very simple way of determining that is to simply see whether the target is present. If that target is present, it means that median price has crossed. And so we have a trading opportunity. Our initial trading opportunity is to enter at this level over here, hoping for price to achieve this target, the 6-hour cycle target over there. That is the definition of our trading entry. Now, let's speak about where we would exit from this trade. First of all, very importantly, we need to set our stop loss. A stop loss is, of course, an exit that will get us out of a trade and stop us from losing or losing too much, because you will always initially lose something at the level of your stop loss, because, of course, you cannot set your initial stop loss at a level that's immediately in profit, for various reasons that I won't go into here. So the initial stop loss, generally speaking, would be at this price low that we are assuming is our sequence cycle low. You might be feeling a bit more aggressive about this trade, in which case you could set your stop loss at this level over here. It is really very much a matter of personal preference. As price breaks out of the sequence cycle trough, we would not really expect it to come back down to this level. But we must also remember that the US markets are going to be opening in a couple of hours, and when the US market opens, lows such as this point over here are often game. In other words, traders will often run the market down to those levels to pick up any stops. So you might initially want to be setting your stop loss level at this lower level over here. Using your stop loss level, you can calculate your position size, because of course you will work out how much money you're willing to risk on this trade and therefore adjust your position size according to your stop loss level. And so, having determined your entry level and what we could consider our first take profit exit level, or our target one, what we call T1, and also having determined our stop loss level, we are ready, therefore, to enter into this trade. In the next video, we'll step forward and see what happens.